For this look, you want to start with a bare, clean face. Then onto a cotton ball, you want to apply alcohol, and you are going to apply this all throughout your brow because we want to melt any type of grease away so that the glue can stick onto the brow. This is the trickiest part out of this tutorial. I'm using Elmer's glue for this, and I am applying a generous coat, pushing the hairs upward. I am going to be applying a lip balm because my lips are very dry. So now that the glue is dry, I am going to start applying a generous coat of translucent powder. The one I'm using is by Kat Von D. Did you know that the role of Max was originally given to Leo DiCaprio, but he turned it down? Now using a large blending brush, I am going to start applying the translucent powder onto the brow because I want a generous coat. Now onto the skin. You want to moisturize your face because usually Halloween night, it's a little bit chilly depending on where you live. Were you aware that the cat from Hocus Pocus was actually a real cat that had computer work done so that it looked as if he was talking? I am going to be using a Kevyn Aucoin foundation. This is a very heavy foundation, and the reason why I'm using it, I want for it to cover as much of the brows as possible and so that everything just blends in more nicely. Did you know that Hocus Pocus was actually a bedtime story that the producer and co-writer of the film would tell his kids? So I don't know if you knew this, but the film Hocus Pocus was actually going to be called Halloween House. So now comes the fun part. Be very patient with this because it does take time. If your brows are lighter, then it's going to be a lot easier, but for the most part, I am going to be using a steady brush, like something that you would apply foundation with. I am using a Jaclyn Hill brush, and I'm going to start dabbing the product and gently gliding it upward so that it blends with the actual makeup. Then I would go in with my beauty blender and start just blending out the edges. If you get a blending brush, the one I'm using is by MAC. I'm going to be linking it down below. But if you use a blending brush for this process, it is going to make the task so much easier. So as you can see, I am going to start just dabbing the product, not gliding it, but just dabbing it on. And look at the eye shape. It is a very rough result. It's not gonna be seamless, so don't even try to blend the edges. Although Hocus Pocus is considered a classic film, it wasn't released around Halloween, and initially it didn't do as good as people thought. I was very little when Hocus Pocus came out, but the actual trailer included deleted scenes from the film. These are the lashes that I'm using, and I trimmed them. So I have this little lash glue. It's a pen, and this is a game changer because you don't have to wait for the glue to get tacky. So I am going to be applying the eyelashes, and as you guys can see, I trimmed the inner corner and the outer corner so that the longer lashes are in the middle. Now I am going to be applying concealer, and the concealer that I'm using is by e.l.f. It is a very inexpensive concealer. It is high coverage, and the reason why I'm using it is to illuminate my face. Sarah Jessica Parker admitted two things at the premiere of the movie. The first one was that she hasn't watched the film once ever since it was released. She watched it in the premiere, but after that she says she doesn't like to see her own work. And when she was asked if she would do a third Hocus Pocus, Sarah said that if Betty Midler wanted to do a third part, well, you don't say no to Betty. I am going to be lining the bottom part of my eyelashes. Now I am going to be contouring my face, and you want to go a little bit rough on the contour because you want to carve out the cheeks. But if you see that you mess up, you can always get the beauty blender and just glide it underneath the contour so that it looks more perfected. Have fun with blush because this character does have a lot of blush on her cheeks, and then just glide a little bit of what's left over onto the temple. Now I am using a Kylie Cosmetics lip liner. This one is called Mary Jo, and the reason why I'm applying it all throughout my lips is because this is going to help the lipstick that I'm using stick on and last a lot longer. Also pay close attention because Winifred does not paint her lips all the way. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.